What's going on, everybody? In previous lessons, we've covered quarter notes, we've covered also beginning strum patterns, everything like that. I'll leave those in the description box below and on one of the cards, whichever side they do pop up on. So in this lesson, we're going to be covering 8 notes with the exact same format we've been doing in the previous lessons. So once again, watch those if needed. Otherwise, let's get started. Okay, everyone, in the last video we covered quarter notes and I used a muting technique in the beginning like this. We went 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to do that again because the right hand is where we're going to have more rhythm going on, and we want to start feeling that natural flow in the right hand first. So let me explain. Once again, we're going to be muting just the strings. We're not pressing, we're just muting them to get a percussion sound like this. Now with my right hand, what's happening is when I'm doing quarter notes like 1, 2, 3, 4, if you follow your right hand, how it's going down and up evenly, it actually gives you the 8th note inside it for the up strum. So it's going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and again 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And if you look closely though, when I just do them in quarters, 1, 2, 3, 4. They have similar flows. 1 and 2 and so on and so forth. That's what I mean. If you could just get your right hand to flow with it, that's a good thing because you're already going to fall naturally in place where the 8th note would land. Now, the thing about the right hand, what I see with a lot of people though, is they play very robotic. They play like this. With your right hand, you want to have a looser feel. What I mean by looser is you don't need to hold the pick so firm. You don't need to dig through your strings up and down. Just kind of brush on them. Like if you were brushing a wall or anything like that, or like if you're scribbling on a piece of paper, you have this kind of technique going on. Well, this technique is what's needed for the right hand. See how loose I look? You want to practice that first. So let's go ahead and get set up. We're going to do just 8 notes. We're going to do them a couple times. And we're going to just get this first, because every time you set up, you're probably going to be weakest at this automatically because it's so new to you. And I see this with a lot of my beginning students where they just come in and they're forcing notes out. And so we go through this little exercise or drill where we just kind of play and loosen up first. That's the first step. So here we go. Let's set up 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and again 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and again 1 and 2 and again 1. Now that, notice how it's constant. It's just a good flow. Once you can get that nice and even and you feel good about it, don't worry about too much what strings should I strum up and what strings should I strum down. Music doesn't always work that way, but just to give you a guideline, because as beginners we think more, we have to have guidelines. Like we have to have written rules, I mean not guidelines. We have to have written rules about how things work. So what I like to do is on the down strums, I'll strum all 6 or 6, 5, 4, 6, 5, 4, 3 sometimes depending. Kind of like that. But when I come up, the percussive sound comes from the 1, 2, and 3 strings, sometimes the 4 one. So when I come up, the end is. See, it's more of a k, k, k. Now down. Doof, ka, doof, ka, doof, ka. That's kind of like what you hear in songs, like percussive wise when you hear songs. That's how you get that kind of sound, is you don't have to hit all of them like this. You want to just focus more on the bottom end or the top end, bottom end or top end. And more importantly, you don't want to have overstrum one way or the other. You don't want to force the downs but not the ups. You want to just find a nice even blend, and that's where we lead into the left hand. So when I play these notes, did you hear how that was like really boom, bah? You want to try to even out your notes like this. Notice one wasn't over the other too loud or too small in sound or anything like that. So that takes time. You don't want to overhold your pick. You don't want to do any of that. That's not what the lesson's about, though. I'm just giving you guidelines on this because this is usually things that come up in questions from my students. Now we're going to get to the meat of everything, you know. So we're going to start with these chords. So with this G major chord, we're going to go down. We're going to do it in up to 4. We're going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and stop. So let me give you, let's do it. Watch me one time do it, and you can rewind and do it if you need to. So it's going to go 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and I just realized that's a little fast. I don't really want to stop and re-edit that. I'm going to leave that in the video, but that's the idea of what we're doing. We're going to go ahead and slow that down together. My foot still keeps getting away from me and squeaking. It's kind of annoying me. So here we go. We're going to go a little slower than that. I'm going to give you the count off. We say the and with the count in because it tells us where our 8th note is. So here we go. It's going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and G major and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now, my strums weren't as even as I wanted them to be. I'm going to leave that in the video just so you can understand it's okay if you don't get it perfect, because you're not aiming for perfect right now. You're aiming for ballpark. Okay? And that's because nothing's perfect right away. When I play live shows or anything like that, nothing goes 100% right. Usually, it's very rare. If everything went right for me, something didn't go right for another member in the band. So now with G major, now we're going to work the transition into C, but for one strum. So let's do that again. Watch me. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and G major and 2 and 3 and 4 and C major for one strum. That's working your transition. If that's as far as you can get with staying on rhythm, great. Work that for a while, come back and keep working with this, because once again, you're not going to possibly be able to do everything perfect right away. So work on it. You can always slow down this video as well. So instead of leaving it at 100%, slow it down to 80, and it might be exactly where you need to be, and you can still practice along. So now, let's take that C major and work into the first strum of D major. As we've covered in previous videos, this is good just for transitions. So here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and C major and 2 and 3 and 4 and D major for one strum. Good job. Now the last thing is to put D major with G major for one strum, and then we're going to wrap it all up, putting it all together. So here we go. 1 and D major, 2 and 3 and 4 and D major and 2 and 3 and 4 and G major for one. Once again, guys, I was a little off on my D major. I got a lot of things going on here. My hands are a little slippery. It's kind of hot in this room. I got lights on me. I got all these things I'm trying to coordinate. So it may not be a perfect video, but once again, I don't mind leaving it in there because it's going to be good audio for you. You'll be able to keep up and follow along regardless. But it shows you that, as even for me, I'm getting better at learning videos. I'm getting better at editing. I'm getting better at all this. It's a new channel. I'm learning different techniques to help you guys as well. So now let's go ahead and go from the beginning to the end and wrap it up. Once again, if this is too slow, you can always speed it up a little bit. If it's too fast, you can always slow it down. Practice along with this video, come back, watch the previous ones if need be to help you get where you need to go. So let's go. Here we go. All the chords. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and G major and 2 and 3 and 4 and C major and 2 and 3 and 4 and D major and 2 and 3 and 4 and G major for 1. Now right there, guys, you can keep going in that loop. You can keep going back and forth, but we used G major, C major, D major for all these videos. Once again, you could do this with any chord progression you're learning in any song. You just plug what I'm teaching you into it and go from there. Of course, every songs have different rhythms. It's not just one. You could change it to just one. If you just want to work your chord progression, strumming pattern, or whatever, you can change it to whatever you want. But this is just a good guideline for beginners just to help you get better at foundations. Okay, in another video we're going to be covering it the same way but with a little bit more complicated of a rhythm. So stay tuned for that. And also, if you need any guitar lessons or anything like that, I teach piano, guitar, music theory, music composition, anything like that. I'll leave that in the description box below, along with the previous videos on the cards or in the description. Thank you guys for watching this guitar lesson video, and I will catch you on the next one.